Welcome to Religion Unpacked. True Cross. Did we really find the wood that killed Jesus? It is the most recognized symbol on the planet. For 2,000 years, it has adorned crowns, shields, cathedrals, and the necks of billions of people. But originally, it was nothing more than an instrument of torture, a brutal Roman device designed for maximum pain and public humiliation. After the crucifixion of Jesus of Nazareth, the wooden cross he died on seemingly vanished. For almost 300 years, there was no record of it. The early Christians didn't even use the cross as a symbol. They used a fish. The actual wood of the cross was lost to history, or so everyone thought. Today, we are going to unpack the incredible journey of the true cross. Did the mother of a Roman emperor actually find it buried in a cave? How did a single piece of wood get chopped up into thousands of pieces and scattered across Europe? And what does modern science say about the fragments that still exist today? Is it a myth, or is it reality? The story begins in the year 326 AD. Emperor Constantine had just legalized Christianity. His mother, the Empress Helena, was a devout convert. Now in her late 70s, she embarked on a massive pilgrimage to the Holy Land. Her mission was to locate the sacred sites of the Christian faith, and her ultimate prize was the true cross. When Helena arrived in Jerusalem, she discovered that a pagan temple dedicated to the goddess Venus had been built directly over the site of Golgotha, the hill of the crucifixion. Helena ordered the Roman soldiers to tear the temple down and excavate the earth beneath it. Deep underground, inside a hidden rock cistern, the excavators found a miracle. They uncovered 3 wooden crosses. Next to them, they found the nails and a wooden board, the titulus, the sign ordered by Pontius Pilate that read, "Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews." But there was a problem. The sign had fallen off. There were 3 crosses, and no way to know which one belonged to Jesus and which belonged to the 2 thieves. The Bishop of Jerusalem, a man named Macarius, had a solution. They brought the 3 crosses to a woman who was deathly ill. They touched her with the first cross. Nothing happened. They touched her with the second. Still nothing. But when she touched the 3rd cross, her eyes opened. She was instantly cured. For Helena and the Roman Empire, this was the definitive proof. They had found the true cross. Helena didn't keep the cross in one piece. She left the main section in Jerusalem, enclosed in a silver reliquary. She sent parts of it to her son in Constantinople, and she brought a significant fragment back to Rome, where it remains today in the Basilica of the Holy Cross. This division was the beginning of a religious phenomenon. Over the next few centuries, the fragments in Jerusalem and Constantinople were slowly chipped away. Popes and patriarchs gifted tiny splinters of the wood to kings, bishops, and monasteries. Owning a piece of the true cross was the ultimate symbol of divine right and power. The largest remaining piece of the cross in Jerusalem met a tragic end. In 1187, the Christian Crusaders were facing annihilation by the brilliant Muslim commander Saladin. In a desperate move, the Bishop of Acre carried the true cross into the Battle of Hattin. He believed the relic would grant them a miraculous victory. But there was no miracle. The Crusaders were slaughtered in the desert heat. The true cross was captured by Saladin's army. It was paraded through the streets of Damascus upside down, and then it disappeared. The largest intact piece of the true cross was lost to history, never to be seen again. Yet, paradoxically, the loss of the main cross only made the tiny splinters scattered across Europe more valuable. During the Middle Ages, the relic trade exploded into a massive, unregulated industry. Crooked merchants and fake monks sold counterfeit pieces of the cross to desperate pilgrims. By the 16th century, the Protestant Reformation challenged the cult of relics. The famous theologian John Calvin wrote a scathing critique. He joked that if you gathered all the supposed pieces of the true cross in the world and put them together, there would be enough wood to build a massive cargo ship. Calvin's quote became legendary, and many assumed he was right. But in 1870, a French architect and scholar named Charles Rohault de Fleury decided to actually test the math. He traveled across Europe, visiting every cathedral and monastery that claimed to hold a relic of the true cross. He measured them all. De Fleury calculated the estimated volume of a standard Roman cross, about 36,000 cubic inches. Then, he added up the volume of every known relic he had cataloged. The result was shocking. All the surviving fragments combined amounted to only about 240 cubic inches. Not enough to build a ship. In fact, barely enough to make a small wooden baseball bat. So, Calvin's math was wrong. But does that mean the surviving fragments are real? Modern science has tested several alleged relics of the cross using carbon dating and microscopic analysis. The results are entirely mixed. Some fragments are made of pine, others are oak, and some are olive wood. Roman crosses in Judea were typically made of olive or cedar. Furthermore, carbon dating on several famous European relics shows they were cut in the 11th or 12th century, meaning they are medieval fakes, likely sold during the Crusades. Even the famous Titulus Crucis, the wooden sign supposedly brought back by Empress Helena, was carbon dated in 2002. The result? The wood dates to the 10th century. A brilliant medieval forgery. So, where does that leave the true cross? While science suggests that most, if not all, of the fragments we have today are later copies, the mystery of the original wood remains. Did Helena really find it? Was it destroyed by Saladin? Or is it still buried somewhere beneath the sands of the Middle East? Perhaps the true cross was never meant to be a physical object we could lock inside a gold box. Its true power isn't in the carbon or the cells of the wood, but in the idea it represents. An idea that changed the course of human history. And that is the mystery of the true cross. Unpacked. Thank you for watching Religion Unpacked. Subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a new upload.